Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X. It's the weekend. Hope you have a good one. I am your host, Tom Dog 247. As always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Woo, baby, all right. So, we got a lot to talk. We got some stuff that we need to talk about, and um, I mean, like tons of stuff that we got. We have, we have to because it's one of those things that we do. And so, yeah. It is. It is. So we're going to be very busy for the most part. It's going to be relatively short because I really don't have any, that much to talk about and things like that. So, so yeah. Plus, I got a new mic. I'm just testing it out, making sure it's in working order. I hope everybody can hear me. With that being said, let's do the shout outs and plugs and everything like that, like we always do. Um, Big shout out over to everybody over at the Dorkening Podcast Network. They do amazing stuff, and you'll love them just as much as I do. Each and every week, it's always great to watch them and everything like that. It's awesome, and also listen to them too. You can check it out wherever you have wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And also a big shout out to a good friend Carrie over at the Owl Light um, Network, I believe it is, and she has her own stuff going on there, and she's also a part of the Dorking Podcast Network too, and so check her out as well, and you'll love her stuff as much as I do. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Big shout out to Melly Playful over at Melly Plays, and over at Melly Playful in Tengu, I should say. And check out their stuff over on YouTube. They have tons of stuff that if you like watching people, like watching people play video games, they're the ones for you. You'll have a great time with. Sorry about that. I'm exhausted today. I'm very busy. Bunch of personal shit. Yeah. Um. Also, to the pint, the podcast. There's amazing. It's awesome, and you'll love it just as much as I do. Check out their podcast over on the QR code you see right there that's covering. And oops, this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You can trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as I'm sorry. You can also trade in your uh, sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. And if you happen to be um, in the Southington, Connecticut area, and you want to check out where this lovely store is at, and a bunch of other stuff that they have going on, as well as some events that they have going on as well, you can check out their website over at mjvideogames.com, and you also get directions to their wonderful store as well. And then while you're visiting Southington, why don't you check out the Hardcore Sweet Bakery? Grab some muffins and some other kind of pastry to satisfy you that sweet tooth that you have, not the one that rides the ice cream truck and blows stuff up. No, he's cool. But Hardcore Sweet Bakery is a lot cooler, and you can check that out. Check out their website over at hardcoresweetbakery.com. They're awesome, and you'll be awesome for trying out their awesome baked goods. And if you want something to wash those down with, check out the Witch Doctor Brewing Company, also in Southington, and some nice craft beer for your pleasure. I strongly suggest you get the Juju Juice. Awesome. But you can check this out over at witchdoctorbrewing.com. Also, for your reading pleasure of some wonderful comic books, you can check out boomtubecomics.com, which is also located here in Southern. Next week is it, July 28th through the 30th at the Mohegan Sun Arena, not the arena, but the Mohegan Sun Expo Center in Uncasville, Connecticut. Little comic, a little convention going on called Terrificon. It's awesome. Definitely worth checking out, and definitely want to go to this one. Don't want to miss this. Jonathan Frakes from Star Trek: The Next Generation. He's going to be there. John Wesley Shipp from The Flash. He's going to be there. John Glover from Fear the Walking Dead. He's going to be there. Sean Gunn from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He's going to be there. Also, Anthony Michael Hall. He's going to be there. And if you're fans of AEW, like me, but I'm still a WWE guy, remember that. Danhausen, Wardlow, and Ethan Page will be there. And definitely don't want to miss them. And so, yeah, definitely worth checking out. And for the full guest list, as well as purchasing tickets, you can go on their website over at Terrificon.com. And I do believe that they might be selling. They also might be selling tickets at the door. So yeah. So yeah. Next week, July 28th and the 30th, they are going to be there. And guy that runs the place too, Mitch, he's going to be there. Awesome guy. Don't want to miss that out and everything. So yeah, he's really cool dude. And yeah, I'm just making sure that my thing is working fine and everything. So I'll be checking it from here on in for a while. Make sure everything's in working order. Um. So yeah. Um. Also, Connecticon is this weekend. So yeah, but I didn't get any information on that. So that's all I'm saying. Connecticon. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I got so yeah, this week I got a little toy, nice little toy, little microphone, and yeah, it's a new one. I had to switch up a little bit, making sure that everything was a-okay. Oh, so far so good. I do sound pretty good. Um, I didn't want to put any headphones on and stuff like that because so So far so good. Coming out coming out nicely. So yeah. Okay, so what's on the agenda? I gotta hope that came up. So yeah. Um so yeah, episode 5 of Secret Invasion came out. It was awesome. Really good episode. Moving on. Um San Diego Comic-Con uh happened as well too. And they showed tons of cool stuff, and especially a new trailer for Spider-Man 2 that's coming out at on the for the exclusively for the PS5. So that was in full effect, as well as their new um, as a new custom PlayStation uh, PlayStation 5 with the uh, Spider-Man 2 bundle. Has a nice little design, has a nice design on there with the symbiote on the Spider-Man logo. It's really cool, and yeah, it looks amazing. It looks really good, and pre-orders are now out. But you scalpers, you stay away. You had your fun. I already heard that your merchandise hasn't been selling that well. Gee, I wonder why. So yeah, that it's a really so yeah, PlayStation 5 the Spider-Man 2 bundle PlayStation 5 looks really awesome. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. Um it has some new um action, some new figures coming out as well. Some Ninja Turtle figures. Um Speaking of which, Nickelodeon announced that um they acquired the rights to the original to the original 1987 cartoon series that I grew up watching as a kid, um, of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So yeah, they're going to be coming. So yeah, they're going to be doing something with that. Um, Maybe show some old cartoons on Nickelodeon, as well as Paramount Plus is also a big deal. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing what they're going to be doing to that, especially with the fact that you know I love the Ninja Turtles, but not as much as my good friend Justin and Justin Cooper from he has his own little show on the Dorkening, which is awesome too, and it's devoted to the Ninja Turtles, and I strongly suggest that you uh, tune in for that one. So yeah, big shout out to him. So yeah. um. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff that was going on in San Diego Comic Con. Like I said, some figures came out. They showed off a new Grimlock Transformer. Um, which, if you remember the Optimus Prime Transformer, that can transform on its own with the with flatbed and everything like that. So it looks amazing, which is like which is worth hundreds of dollars. Um, so yeah, the Grimlock looks a little bit bigger, and it looks amazing. Um, Looks like a little bit more pricier. than the Optimus Prime. So yeah, looks really good though. I like it. I like it. So Tom Dog love Grimlock. So yeah, really cool stuff. Really. Um, there was some other stuff that I wanted to mention because I saw it. I had to leave my page, my YouTube channel. My tablet's slow again. Let's see. Um, oh yeah, they showed off the they released a new trailer for the Marvels. Looks really good. I'm loving the trailer to that. Um, they showed off the trailer to also Pokemon Horizons the series. They did a 10-minute um there was a 10-minute um sneak peek of the first episode. So yeah, it looks really cool. Also part 4 of Ultimate Journeys, which is the last one where um Ash um like its last season. So yeah, this is from the looks of it, it's the very last one. You know, this is the last season of Ash. So yeah, it's gonna be very emotional. Um, let's see what other stuff. Showed off another trailer to Gran Turismo, which is a movie that's coming out in August. And yeah, other than that, looks. I think there was some other stuff, but I don't have any notes on that, and you know I do apologize for that. But I did want to bring that to attention and everything. Yeah, I just hit the wrong button. Yeah, there I am. So yeah, uh, so yeah, um, and of course they, you know, the trailer to Godzilla -1 looks really good and really awesome, really awesome. I think I mentioned that last week, but yeah, it looks really good. Definitely the one. Um, yeah, we've been having some nasty storms out there and everything, so uh, that's why I'm going to cut it short soon and everything like that. But there is one thing I wanted to show off and everything like that. I mentioned last week about the announcement of the Tom Dog Days of Summer, which is one of the things that I do, and it's a it's a thing that I do every August because the celebration of my birthday and everything like that. But um, and sharing my birthday with others who celebrate, um, who also have birthdays on August 3rd. So yeah. One of the things I did, I fooled around with some stuff on the on my graphics here that I do half-ass and everything like that. So yeah, I don't have a PS5 because See, that's the thing. All the stuff that I do, for the background and everything like that with the logo, um, I do on on the PlayStation 4, and so that's why you were able to see all those stuff, especially with the Wrestling Prime and everything like that. And so yeah, this is a really big deal, So yeah, it's one of those things I do, and they have like an editing studio in there, so it allows me to do stuff like that. So which is really really cool. Um, so one of the things that I did is I do post, do backgrounds, and lately I don't know if you noticed that I'm starting to do more of that um as we go on. Um, as a matter of fact, with last month I had a couple of them that I did. One for Gamers Week, and also for Pride Month. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing those graphics and everything like that. So and and then when I do and then whenever a celebrity or um uh like a celebrity or a wrestler passes away, and I was doing some graphics with those as well. Also with the Weird Al special that I did and the Power Rangers special that I did. Um, yeah, it's a really big deal. It's a really big deal. So so yeah, you can add another one to the list, and yeah, pay no attention to this right here because even though I'm showing it off, even though I'm showing it off, I was I'm kind of working on something, and yeah, that's part of it, and yeah. So we're gonna go to right here, and so yeah, this is it. Tom Dog Days of Summer. Can't really, may not be able to see it that well because um the coloring on here of the Tom Dog Days of, that's basically my birthstone. So yeah, I might spruce it up a little bit in order to fix that up, but yeah, nonetheless, so yeah, this is it. Tom Dog Days of Summer. So yeah, that's the background that you're going to be seeing um all throughout August. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. And and of course we had that I did um not too long ago. I was fooling around with this, and I did the Brill Pro logo with Pride Month. Uh, so yeah, so yeah, this is actually a work in progress. I'm calling it the George Santos show. So basically, I'm going to be I'm, gonna, I'm working on doing a bit um, where I sound like George Santos and and just pretty much bury him, pretty much trash him and everything. And so yeah, like I said, it's a work in progress, and it's going to be a little different. So I don't know when that's going to happen. So I can't really tell you. So I might this may be the first time I may write a script, but I don't know with the writer strike and everything like that. It's gonna be tough. But yeah, this is gonna come from me. Maybe I'll do something. I'll do something. So make a little bit fun and everything like that. Maybe satirize the clickbait videos that happens all the time, and just put George Santos's face on there. So you may not see this anymore. Who knows, right? So yeah. So yeah, pretty much gonna end tonight's show. Told you it was gonna be a really short episode. Um, a very well-known uh singer, well respected by the way, in the music business, passed away today, and a little bit heartbroken because of it as well. Um, I can get this booted up here. We go. This thing is so slow today. Waiting for this to boot up. Oh, there we go. Oh boy. Um, but yeah, the Tony Bennett passed away today, and he died at the age of 96. And one of the things that um it was really sad um because you know I loved his I love his music, and and I was really it was sad to see him see him go, but his legacy in the music business um is legendary. Um, best friends with Frank Sinatra, and keeping that style of music alive, jazz and everything. And one of the advices that um, Tony Bennett was given was from Frank. Um, Never change your style. Never change it. And that was the thing about Tony Bennett. He he wanted to keep things. He didn't want to modernize his music and everything like that. He wanted to keep it, you know, keep that style alive and stuff like that. But um, I never met, I never met him personally. However, we do share one thing in common. We were both born on August 3rd, and I was sad about that. So it kind of hurt me a little. It was I felt a little bummed out about it because it always feels good to have a celebrity that you like, whether it's in music, sports, or or television movies, it he was one of he was just one of the best, and he's right up there on the list of my favorite singers. Frank Sinatra and Tony Bennett. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a real big deal, and that style of music, I just love it. It's just so laid back and so amazing. 70 years he kept singing. Um, Not too long ago, he's the oldest. He's the oldest singer in history to have a number one hit album, and so yeah, that really is a remarkable feat there. And also doing duets with Lady Gaga, um, having a great um, working relationship together. It's always good seeing them sing together. So Lady Gaga, um, did you can hear her sing songs with Tony Bennett, and it's just beautiful, simply remarkable. And one of one of Tony Bennett's songs that was a huge hit, especially when he sung it on the Ed Sullivan Show, long time ago. For you young kids out there that don't know who he is, but yeah, he's uh, it was one of those good shows out there, and Ed Sullivan, huge huge name, and he had a lot of famous singers come on come on the show. The Beatles, Elvis Presley, um, Tony Bennett was one of them, and he sung um, "Left My Heart in San Francisco," and yeah, it was really sad to hear about his passing, and everyone, it was like a big shock, and we're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss him dearly, but his music lives on in our hearts. And one of the things I want to say before I close it out tonight, because I'm doing a little differently than I do this, because um, his music, like I said, his music, Tony Bennett's music, such an amazing um, thing, and I just love listening to his music and everything, and knowing that him and I share the same birthday on August 3rd. And if there's one thing I want to leave with this and everything, he may have left his heart in San Francisco, but your legacy and your spirit, you leave with us in our hearts. I'm gonna miss you. I miss you, Tony, Mr. Bennett. Thank you for for 70 years of wonderful music. Continue listening on.